There's a device that I've been using called a Whoop.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to IGOW2. I'm field reporter Dan, and I'm here at the corner of a house to introduce to you weekly challenge number 12, the Auline wall tap trio. I'm here at the corner of the house because that's a point where you can see two different walls, one on the front and one on the side. And since we have a chimney here, that makes another vertical surface that you could count on as a different wall on the front of the chimney. The things you tap do not all have to be actual walls on a house or a building. You could also use any other basically vertical surface, like this tree trunk here would count as something that you could tap. You can also perform this challenge inside, as almost all rooms have at least 4 walls. Now let's send it back to Dan and Liz in the studio so they can break down prizes and the requirements.
Thanks, field reporter Dan. Typically, we don't allow you to bump things during the challenges. But this week, making contact with the wall is the objective of the trick.
Yep. A wall tap is performed just like the name implies. So if this is your whoop here, and this is your wall, then what you're going to want to do is fly at the wall, and then before you make contact with it, you need to turn your drone in a way so that the base of the drone makes contact with the wall. Then you bounce off, catch yourself, and fly away.
This week's featured sponsor is Auline batteries. For the and action. This week's featured sponsor is Auline batteries. The winner of Best Video of the Week will be receiving 2 1S 450 mAh batteries, as well as 2 2S 450 mAh batteries.
Auline will also be providing 4 prizes for random giveaways this week. We will have 2 pairs of 2S 450 mAh Auline batteries, as well as 2 pairs of 1S 450 mAh Auline batteries. And Auline has provided so many prizes and has been so generous that we're going to have another week later in the competition where they will be the featured sponsor again. Thanks, Jerry.
Okay, now let's jump into the requirements for weekly challenge number 12, the Auline wall tap trio. Requirement number 0 is that your video can be no more than 90 seconds. And you must include your pilot name when you're submitting your video.
Requirement number 1 is that you must perform the following 3 types of taps all in one clip with no ground bumps or failed taps. So the first type of tap is a look up tap. So if this is your drone and you can see he's got his little eyeballs there, that's his head, or the way the FPV camera is facing. A look up tap is just like it sounds. You fly at the wall, you look up, hit the wall with the base of your drone wall, the FPV camera is looking up at the sky, bounce off and fly away. Then a look side tap or a wall ride tap is the same idea, except you're going to be looking to the left or right when you contact the wall. So you're going to want to fly at the wall, and then this time you're going to turn sideways, contact the wall with the FPV camera facing left or right, and then bounce off and fly away. And finally, the last type of tap is the look down tap. So this time you're going to want the FPV camera looking down at the ground when you contact the wall. So you need to fly at the wall and then flip yourself into position so the FPV camera is facing down when you contact the wall. Then bounce off and catch yourself and fly away.
Requirement number 2, you must complete your wall taps on at least 3 different walls or other vertical surfaces, such as a tree or the side of a truck.
Requirement number 3 is that for all of your different taps, you must contact the wall with the bottom or the base of your whoop. It doesn't count as a look down tap if you just fly into the wall, smash into it like that, and then fly away. You have to use the base of your whoop to bounce off the wall.
This is one trick that you can't really use the simulator to perfect. You can practice getting your whoop in the correct position for each type of wall tap, but you can't properly simulate contact with a wall. So, Beware that you may break a lot of parts this week.
Yep. Wall taps are basically crashes into the wall that are just a little more controlled. But you are going at pretty high speed and hitting the wall every time. So there is a danger of breaking like your frame or even your flight controller and some motors. So if you only have 1 or 2 working whoops, I would suggest maybe considering taking this week off if you've never tried wall taps before, because you might break a lot of stuff and it might be better to go for some future tricks that might not result in so much damage.
This is a good week that if you have an old brushed whoop to pull it out. Because of the lower posts where the motors sit, they protect the most important part of your drone when going against the wall and doing these tricks.
Also, the challenges are going to be getting more difficult now, but remember, if you attempt the challenge in any way, you definitely want to send in a video of your attempt, because that will get you entered into the random giveaway, whether you are successful or not.
So good luck and happy whooping!